I said today was I'm going to be focusing on my LLC and leaving the sector, and they are mad as hell over there. I don't want to go back and forth with y'all. You can start an LLC too on Real One James.
We can't start an LLC. It's too retarded to make one. And when you make an LLC, eventually you're gonna have employees. This nigga. Right. What is LLC gonna be? Leg quarters? This LLC is just little leg quarters. This nigga can't create no fucking LLC. I probably could for my drawing and shit. I could put my shit in clothing, or I could make like ashtrays and shit. Just come up creative, whatever it is that I do. But this nigga, he don't even have no type of creativity to make no LLC. He's fucking slow.
Right, he can't even read. He can't start LLC text.
Can't read.
He can't even read. True indeed.
You know what? It's such a breath of fresh air to see that people are starting to climb out of that bucket. Those crabs that are down there in the bucket who are stuck on stupid, a few of them have realized, hey, you know what? Nothing is working out in this damn sector for me. Nothing. All I do is waste time listening to the same people talk about the same thing over and over again. And what you're going to notice is that there's probably one or two people who keep running the same back in the day videos, talking about Jamila, talking about Dookie, talking about the bull crap that's happening to try to I understand it's the art of manipulation. I understand that's the art. But sooner or later, people are going to start to realize this is stupid. And the people that don't realize that, they're just going to be, again, stuck in that barrel. So it's such a breath of fresh air to see that people are coming out. They're climbing out. They found a way to climb out of that bucket. They found a way to log off and steer away from this black sector of stupidness. Mike Millz, been, at least to me, successful. Even if he wasn't successful back then, let's just entertain that thought. Let's just say he wasn't successful back then. The fact that he was able to get an inheritance shows a lot about the character, the thought process of his parents, that they thought about the future. They thought about their children's future, and he should be thinking about his children and his children's children's future. That's the mentality that us black people have to continue to have. Let's use Mike as the example. He got an inheritance. He invested into a house, or he could have invested into homes. I don't care how many homes, or if it was just one. He did a step that I'm aware of. Invested into a home. Apparently he sold it, reaped those benefits, put it into something else, used the fruits of that labor and bought a BMW, bought a Rollie, and whatever it is that else he's buying. I don't care about what else he's buying, but he was able to use that money, reinvest back into the business, which is what you're supposed to do, and enjoy some of those fruits of labor to treat yourself. Grown man shit. Grown man shit. Talia, talking about the LLC, how she's an artist or doing drawings, getting into that lane. She could definitely do that, climb out of the bucket. The art of manipulation that's going on, where people start replaying back in the day videos, trying to prove a point, talking about the same thing in circles and over and over and over and over again, is so stupid, repetitive, and idiotic. And if you do the same thing over and over every single day, all that tells me, and that should tell yourself, is that you are insane. to do the same thing over and over and over again, and there's no benefits from it. There's no lifelong goals that you're setting yourself up for that'll be beneficial not just for you but for your children and your children's children. Come on. I'm glad that this guy was able to floss and show everybody that, hey, I was able to use what I got, rightfully so. It doesn't matter if it was from his mom or from his grandma. Who cares? Those people in his family thought about him and the people in his family. He used that to continue growth. And with that growth could develop into generational wealth. Generational wealth. This is what the black man and woman should be thinking about. So I hope Talia gets into that business. She better. If she knows what's good for her and her newborn child. If it hasn't come yet, I don't know. You see how much I don't know about what's really going on? I just hear little things here and there. And all I could put together is the fact that they're making moves. People are making moves. And it's making these old bags in this sector look a certain way. Always remember, think about not just yourself, but for your children and your children's children. Don't be selfish. Stop with the kid games. Put down the video games. Read a book. Go into some form of a school. Do something that's going to be beneficial, not just to yourself, but for your children and your children's children, so that they don't have to worry about what's going to happen next. Encourage your children to go to school. Encourage your children to get an education. Encourage your children to be a boss. This is the recession right now, and people are hungry. People are breaking into stores. People are robbing stores more than ever. People are hungry. And when ribs are touching, you know what goes on. That's all I gotta say. I'm happy Mike Millz is stepping up. I'm happy this guy is gonna be doing something to continue the wealth, to continue being prosperous, and I hope he does. I hope Talia does the same thing as well. I hope. If I'm missing anyone that is on the verge of doing better, who was it? Sinister Salt. I heard this guy a long time ago talking about being a trucker. Congratulations to him. It's a very tiresome, long, grueling job. Depending on what type of trucking that you're going into, you may stay a long time away from your family, but nevertheless, I don't think he made that decision just for himself. I think he's thinking for the future. Even though at this point of time he may not be that much present around his family, he's building something. He's building something. There's no time to be stuck on YouTube every day. There's no time to be talking this shit. Unless if you're going on YouTube and you're trying to make a difference to the black community or just to the world in general, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. And I salute anyone that's getting out of that barrel. And if they want to come online and floss and do whatever it is that they want to do, I don't care. All that tells me is that somebody is no longer an idiot, is no longer stuck in that loop, and is now coming out and doing something for their own. Don't worry about the haters. It comes with the territory, especially if you're out in the public. The haters should give you some form of drive to do better. Always remember that. Edmund the General. I'm out. Peace.